Meet Durendal, ladies and gentlemen, our latest assembly shop vehicle. Long awaited, because many of you were already asking, when is this summer's assembly shop event coming? Well, usually it has been in August, and voila, here it is. The event actually starts on August the 6th, so mark your calendars. But we're able to give you a little heads up to showcase this vehicle, what it can do, what it cannot do, what I think about that. But first of all, I gotta say, guys, I'm just, too good. I'm simply too good. Or maybe this vehicle is just out from this world, because in my first battle ever, I was able to do 12,600 damage. Like, it was absolutely nothing. Like, literally, without breaking a sweat. Well, all jokes aside, guys, I didn't actually know. I haven't touched my CC account for that long that I had a couple warm-up games. And warm-up games put you against bots. And I have to be honest over here, guys. With a tank like this, or with a brand new tank that has kind of a gimmicky feature as well, it was very nice to test it out against bots at first. Because if you have been away or haven't logged into your account for a certain number of time, I'm not exactly sure for how long, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, maybe something like that, you get warm-up battles against the bots. And so this account, two first battles against bots, and I did 12.6k damage. I actually ran out of ammunition. And in those battles, this gun showed its good things and the bad things. So wargaming, maybe this is something you might want to think about. First battles, optional warm-up battles with your brand new tanks. Something to think about. Okay, a couple housekeeping things first before we talk a bit more about this tank. How many of them? On EU server, 85,000 will be available. On NA server, 10,000, and on APAC server, 8,500. And the resources needed to obtain the Durendal are as usual. You can get it for gold, credits, free XP, bonds, national blueprints, universal blueprints, and all those values are on the screen as well. How much 1% is gonna cost you. So it's pretty much the same as always, like free XP usually is especially if you have converted your free XP or saved up your free XP during the free XP conversion events where it is cheaper or you get more for 1 gold, then it is still 1 million free XP. You can, as always, you can mix and match as well. You can use some gold, some credits, some free XP, some bonds. I recommend always using the blueprints to get the price down, and then use whatever you can to fill it up with the rest of the resources. Try to avoid bonds as always, because bonds are honestly the hardest earned currency in World of Tanks. And all the Durendals will come with numbered 3D styles. So no more rushing to get the numbered version compared to the non-numbered style. And here is the style for you as well on the screen right now. And one of the most important housekeeping things is that just before the event, not at the moment while we're able to play it or while I am able to record a video with this vehicle, because during the event I'm actually on a vacation with my family. This vehicle will get buffed. The aiming time will get buffed from 3.2 second aiming time down to 2.9, which is going to help this tank out a lot. The accuracy, aka dispersion at 100 meters, will be buffed from 0.41 down to 0.39, and also the special shell penetration will be boosted from 305 up to 311. When you see the gameplay action, when we talk about this vehicle a bit more, those buffs are actually very key. So what is Durendal, guys? What is the special thing about this vehicle? It comes with the autoloader gun that has the Char MLE or the MBT-B like behaving. You have one click, or let's say you do one click and it fires 2 shells in a fast sequence, 0.5 second difference reload between the shots. And you have 4 shells in total in the magazine, so you can do it twice. You click once, boom, boom, you click another. After 2 seconds, you click once again, or sorry, after 4 seconds, you click once again, and it fires 2 shells. It comes with 350 average damage. Penetration, the standard penetration, I have to say, is kind of lackluster for a tier 10 vehicle. Yes, I understand this gimmick over here, 247, but after they buffed this premium penetration to 311, I can already tell you guys that be prepared. That when you face Durendal, most players, I would guess, are gonna fire APCR simply because of the penetration difference alone. And I'm not even talking about the shell velocity difference over here. You get a lot more shell velocity as well. As always, you know, APCR has faster shell velocity, but this penetration difference and you having somewhat of a derpy gun, at least at the moment, you know, before the buffs, yeah, I would guess most players are gonna fire a lot of, not exclusively of course, but a lot of APCR ammunition over here. So the gun handling definitely is not something about the vehicle over here, something you can brag with, like the aiming time is not the greatest, the accuracy is not the greatest, but those two things will be buffed. What I do like is the calibration, 9 degrees of calibration. It has 25.32 reload for the full magazine, having, you know, 1,400 clip damage potential, is honestly not bad. Like, I've had battles where the damage simply stacks up faster, like faster than you can count. Well, not exactly, but many times I've been surprised, like, oh shit, I already have 4,000 or 5,000 damage. Like, how did that even happen? You know, in the heat of a moment, you being able to do those 1.4k clips, or, you know, many times you miss one or you bounce one because of the derpiness of the gun and the firing system. You are gonna miss some shots, but still, you know, the damage can stack up quite fast. It gave me the feeling of like a tier 10 Borask, simply because of that as well. It is fast. It's kinda, you know, kinda good camo. Not as good as Borask, but, you know, still CVS is definitely an option. What you can use, CVS setup is definitely an option you can use. But overall, you know, the derpiness of the gun, but still being stealthy, nimble, being able to reposition, surprise enemies from different angles, you know, tier 10 Borask vibes is what I got over here. Now, when it comes to the equipment of this tank, this actually made me scratch my head. I don't remember last time switching or trying out that many different equipment units on a tank, and I'm still not sure which one is the best. For that, once again, I can say that we should wait for the final version, and then I have a little bit better understanding, but I tried it with ventilation, improved aiming over here. I have tier 2 over here, but, you know, you can go for tier 3 as well. Experimental aiming, and also I tried it with ventilation, fire control system, and experimental aiming because of the aiming time, you know, to get the initial shot off faster. And also the fire control system helps you stabilize your gun while you are moving, while you are turning your turret, and between the shots as well after firing. So this is actually quite a nice one over here. And then I tried with the hardening, I tried with the experimental turbo over here. Honestly, all of those equipment units did work. Like, even switching out ventilation over here and putting the survival improvement suit, or just hardening over here, is gonna work, honestly. And I would say, or a stabilizer. At the end of the day, it honestly comes down to the player, your play style, how sneaky you want to be. I honestly do not recommend sniping in this tank too much because of the gun system. Your first shot tends to be accurate, but your second shot tends to fly left, right, up, down, anywhere but center very, very, very often. So this makes this tank already a little bit harder skill level vehicle to handle. So if you're not very comfortable with lightly armored medium tanks, exposing yourself, knowing when to expose, knowing how long you can expose yourself, then it is definitely a vehicle not for you. But overall, I have to say I quite liked it. It was fun to play with, just like the Borask, you know, tier 8 Borask is a lot of players' favorite tank as well. Very fun, very sneaky to play. As I said, I got the same vibes in the Durendal. And I gotta be honest over here, I personally quite liked this tank. But, you know, as I said, it is 100% not for everyone. It is 100% not for players who are new in this game. You are going to struggle. You would struggle quite a bit in Durendal. So watch out for that. Anything else to note over here? Maybe field modes. I didn't pick anything from the first one. I went with the accuracy, then I went with the camo, and then I went with the extra reload time, but faster aim time and also aiming circle size after firing. I think this is key and must have over here. And I actually went with extra view range over here, because without this, I was not able to get my view range over 445 where I wanted to be without ventilation. You know, as I said, I tried the ventilation and without ventilation setups as well. At the moment, this might be my favorite. Combined with the fire control system, those two might be my favorite setups when it comes to the CVS. I have CVS, low noise and ventilation over here, but also if I put stabilizer over here, it would help it as well, or fire control system, it would also be fine. And now I think let's play a couple live battles, and yeah, hopefully this helps you out, you know, thinking if you should go for this vehicle or not. It is up to everyone personally. So let's jump into the battles. I mean, this is as good as it gets when we talk about CVS setup. You know, I'm still not sure about, like, if I should go to the optic, should I use maybe a stabilizer over here, or, you know, the fire control system, or ventilation. You know, ventilation gives me more camo, gives me more view range for a map like this, or where I would use, sorry, where I would use the CVS setup. Oh, hello, Yo Tank. That HP I simply donated to you. Well, you're welcome. I was just talking to my viewers, Yo Tank. You nasty, nasty boy. Jumping into conversation like nobody's business. But we are over here. Okay. We need to keep moving. We need to keep moving because Artie still might shoot us. Yep. So this means that light tank could be somewhere over here, very close by. I feel like light tank is not up there because the fence is not broken. You can tell it by that way. You know, you just look at the fence, and if there is something missing, this means the light tank was driving into it, right? If you didn't know that already. Many of you do know that. But if even one viewer didn't know that, please let me know in the comment section down below. Okay. Let's see. 183 is Dezrng. So I got spotted somewhere up here. So light tank was in this region, I would guess so. Yes, there it is. The Manticore. Manticorius. I'm just gonna take one double, not much more. Like, taking more over here would be simply a bit greedy, because this Yo tank could quickly turn on me and just destroy me. So with this setup, definitely you can feel like the gun handling, you know, before the buffs. The buffs are definitely going to help it out, but before they decide to do that, the gun handling outside having the gun handling setup for you, or let's call it firepower setup, is definitely something you do not want to deal with. But, you know, our main goal over here is to get as much assistance as possible, especially with one light tank battle. Let's see. And what I like to do is I like to bully those heavies over here. If I can. With every opportunity we can. And the problem with me peeking over here is, as long as we don't have control on the hill, we could get fired into the side. Okay, if Type 71 tries that again, I will go for a little quick 2-shot. Hopefully 700 damage. Aha. Okay, so hill is under control. Under our control. But we got spotted by Manti. I would like to think so. Greedy, greedy, greedy. It's not easy to get this light tank out of here. 300? Hello? But what the hell are you doing up there in the first place, man? Okay, Manti's in the middle. Well, hello, hello. This gives us so much extra room. We can steal so much extra room over here because of that. No. Like, your first shot is the only accurate shot you have outside gun handling setup. Manti's out of battle. Did it just roll 500 something? What the hell? 590. That seems kinda low. But still. Some serious action at the end ton over here. 9,000 combined. Well, the start of the battle was not very good, but, you know, one light tank battle. We got rid of the light tank, we stayed alive, and, well, I didn't do anything to get rid of the light tank, but the team got rid of the light tank, and we were able to farm the end of the battle. Pretty standard proco action over here, right? Pretty damn standard proco action over here. 3,000 third by damage as well. Not bad. Surprising, let's say. Surprising. Okay, so we have tier 10s and a couple tier 11s over here. So tier 11 battle. Actually, let's start with APCR right away. And with my mobility, who is the light tank? Okay, EBR is the light tank. I wanted to say I should be able to cross this gap fast enough, but when EBR is in the game, then let's play it a bit safer, maybe. So let's do the most common thing over here, knocking over a couple trees. Who else is over here? Waiting with someone. Will peek back there. Oh, hello? Hello? Yeah, someone was peeking over there. There's another guy peeking now, but this guy has a full hull down cover now. I don't want to take any blind shots over here. Because this 121B has definitely brought some attention over here to this position. Alright. I wanted to just fire my shot so I can go for a reload. 1.8k damage. Well, that was, you know, the double shots like the Char MLE as well. Those guys like to damage ammo racks like No Tomorrow or MBT-B and then any of those double shots. If you hit 2 shots into the ammo rack, kaboom, they go very often. Impenetrable for me, actually. Yeah, kind of impenetrable. Not a fan of that. Okay. Nice. Tracking. Yes, please. More tracking. And can we actually go back in? Beautiful. 645. Low rolls. You know, 700. But we take 2 pens from that range. It does not happen too often. Yeah. So I'm still not sure, like, fire control system or after they buff the aim time, dispersion, maybe this turbo will be better. You know, for this map, having mobility usually doesn't matter too much. This guy might go for a blind shot. Yeah, he did. Okay, blind shot done, and now let's see what we can do to you from this angle. Absolutely nothing. Because if you don't even aim in your first shot, well, you are in trouble. Nice. And the engine fire now. And actually engine fire now. I was aiming at the engine deck, right? Hoping to hit the fuels. Hoping to set that gun fire, and it actually happened. Alright, we got away. Shit, they have Hirschkäfer in the middle though. Potentially. Okay, you dead. And 2 into you. 8-6 we're winning. Hirsch cannot attack us because he's actually under pressure now. Ooh, hacker dies. Jagdpanzer E100, Leopard back there. Maybe should get involved a bit more. Travats is completely hull down. Like completely hull down. How do we attack those lads? How the hell can we attack those lads? Nice. Mistakes were made. Whoo! I played with my luck. I'm just gonna cross it. Because we don't have anything else to do over here. We literally don't have anything else to do over here. Let's just attack EBR. Let's attack 140. And Arti. While we at it. Whoa. What the hell? I mean, man, you can see this. You can see this gun handling right now. It's just... Oh, yeah. Bože moj, I will tell you this much. Okay, where is Arti? Oh, here you are. I was just thinking, like, did he actually move together? Did he move up together with EBR and 140 when 140 was over here? A little kiss. And 5,390. So, yeah, there you go. 6 kills. Oh, 6 kills. Top gun. So this is Durendal, guys. I talked about the equipment and I'm still legit, like I'm still not sure which equipment unit is the best on this tank. I guess when it finally comes out with the finalized stats and all that, then I might have a bit better understanding, right? Did we have any blind shots? I don't think we did, right? I don't think we did. 5,300, so 6.5k, 6.6k combined. I mean, we did get 6 kills as well, which is pretty nice. So yeah, like I tried it with so many different equipment units, like switching out this turbo for hardening, switching out ventilation for hardening, like all of those things could work. Honestly, like if you get this vehicle, simply trial and error, you know, which equipment unit fits for you the best. And same goes to the CVS setup. I feel like, you know, it can have very nice CVS action. You know, it has 38.35 moving camo, not bad, with 473 meter view range when you have ventilation and ventilation directive on. It's, you know, it's all up for debate. Like stabilizer, I feel like I'm gonna switch this out for stabilizer because usually I'm not going to play this full scoutish anyway. You can do the Parask, for example. You know, exposure time if you want to deal damage is longer on this vehicle as well. But overall, yeah, it's like, yes, a bit harder tank to play, but you know, personally, I quite liked it. I quite liked this tank overall. So yeah, you go for it, you don't go for it, it's all up to you. Hopefully my video over here helped you out making up your decision if you want to go for it or not. This is Tier 10 Durendal, our latest summer assembly shop vehicle. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I get you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, take care and bye.